I opened his laptop and saw, "Surprise for Sarah, but my name is Jessica." My hands were shaking. The coffee I'd been holding slipped right through my fingers and crashed on our kitchen floor. Brown liquid spread everywhere, but I couldn't move. I just stood there, staring at those 3 words on the screen. Surprise for Sarah. Not Jessica? Sarah. My heart was beating so loud I could hear it in my ears. You know that feeling when your whole world just stops? When everything you thought was real suddenly feels like a lie? That's where I was, standing in my own kitchen looking at my husband's laptop and seeing another woman's name. But here's the thing. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't throw the laptop across the room like they do in movies. I did something else. I became Sarah. Let me back up a little. You need to understand how I got here. My name is Jessica Moore. I'm 32 years old. I work as a nurse at City General Hospital. I do 12-hour shifts, come home tired, and still cook dinner most nights. I'm the kind of wife who packs her husband's lunch, who remembers his mother's birthday, who laughs at his jokes even when they're not funny. My husband's name is David. We've been married for 5 years, together for 7. He works in sales for some tech company downtown, always on his phone, always in meetings, always busy. Or so I thought. That morning started normal. David left for work early, said he had a big presentation, kissed me on the forehead, told me he loved me, all the usual things. I had the day off, my first day off in 2 weeks. I was so excited to just relax, maybe watch some shows, order takeout, do absolutely nothing. I was making coffee when I noticed David's laptop on the counter. He must have forgotten it. He always takes it to work. Always. The man treats that laptop like it's his child. I thought about texting him, telling him he left it, but then I remembered he has his work phone. He'd be fine for one day. I poured my coffee and sat down. The laptop was still open. The screen was on. And that's when I saw it. A browser tab, just sitting there. The title read, "Surprise for Sarah. Final plans." Sarah. Not Jessica. My brain tried to make excuses. Maybe it's a coworker. Maybe it's a project. Maybe Sarah is a client. But my gut knew better. Your gut always knows. I moved the mouse, clicked on the tab. What I saw made my blood turn cold. It was a Google document, a list, a very detailed list. Sarah's birthday surprise, October 15th. That's 2 weeks from now. I kept reading. Book the cabin upstate, the one she loved last time. Buy the necklace she kept looking at. Make reservation at Mario's, where we had our first date. Write her a letter telling her everything. Finally leave Jessica. Finally leave Jessica. Finally. Like it was just a matter of time. Like I was just an obstacle. Something to get past. I sat there for probably 20 minutes, just staring, reading it over and over, hoping the words would change, hoping I was seeing things wrong. But I wasn't. My husband was planning to leave me for someone named Sarah on her birthday in 2 weeks. Most women would cry at this point. Most women would call their mom or their best friend or a lawyer. I did none of those things. Instead, I picked up my phone. I went to my messages, and I did something crazy. I created a new contact, named it Sarah. Then I looked back at the laptop. There was a number at the bottom of the document, a phone number, written like a note to himself. Sarah's new number, don't save under her real name. So he was being careful, smart, covering his tracks. I typed that number into my phone, under my new contact, Sarah. Then I sent a text. "Hey baby, it's me. I'm texting from a new number. Something happened to my phone. This is Sarah." 3 minutes later, my phone buzzed. "Sarah, thank God, I was worried when you didn't answer this morning. Miss you already." My hands were shaking again, but not from sadness, from something else, something harder, colder. I texted back. "Miss you too. Can't wait for my surprise." His response came fast. "You're going to love it, I promise. 2 more weeks and we can finally be together. For real. No more hiding." No more hiding. I wanted to throw up, but I didn't. I took a screenshot instead. Then I deleted the conversation from my phone, cleared everything. Then I did something even crazier. I became Sarah. For the next 2 weeks, I played the role. I texted David as Sarah, sent him sweet messages, told him I couldn't wait to see him, that I loved him, that I was counting down the days. And you know what? He ate it up. Every single word. During the day, I was Jessica, his wife. I cooked his favorite meals. I kissed him goodbye. I asked about his day. I smiled when he talked about work stress. At night, after he fell asleep, I was Sarah. I texted him from my secret number, told him goodnight, sent him heart emojis, kept the fantasy alive. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. Every time he touched me, I wanted to scream. Every time he said, "I love you," I wanted to tell him I knew everything, but I didn't, because I had a plan. I started preparing, quietly, carefully. First, I called my best friend, Maria, told her everything. She wanted to kill David. I told her to wait, that I needed her help with something bigger. Second, I opened a new bank account, started moving money, small amounts, nothing he'd notice. I took half of everything we had in savings. It was my money, too. I earned it. Third, I called a lawyer, a really good one. Filed for divorce papers, but didn't serve them yet. I wanted to wait for the perfect moment. Fourth, I went to his job, pretended I was surprising him for lunch, but really I was introducing myself to his boss, his co-workers, making myself known, making sure they knew Jessica, his wife. Fifth, I found out who Sarah really was. It wasn't hard. David wasn't as careful as he thought. I went through his laptop more carefully, found old messages, photos. Her last name, Sarah Chen, 26 years old, works at a coffee shop downtown, the same coffee shop David goes to every morning. That's how they met, over lattes and small talk. I looked her up on social media. She was pretty, really pretty. Long dark hair, big smile. Looked sweet. She had no idea he was married. I could tell from her posts. She talked about her amazing boyfriend, David, about how lucky she was, about how he was the one. Poor girl, she had no idea. Part of me felt bad for her. Part of me wanted to warn her, but I didn't, because Sarah was about to get her surprise. And so was David. October 15th came faster than I expected. That morning, David was nervous. I could tell. He kept checking his phone, kept looking at the clock. "Big day at work?" I asked, pouring him coffee. "Yeah," he said, not meeting my eyes. "Might be late tonight. Don't wait up." I smiled. "Okay, baby, have a good day." He kissed my cheek. It felt like poison. As soon as he left, I got ready. I put on my best dress, did my makeup, fixed my hair. I looked good, really good. Then I got in my car and drove. First stop, the cabin upstate, the one he'd booked for Sarah. I got there early, talked to the owner, explained the situation, showed her the divorce papers, the evidence, everything. She was an older woman, looked at me with so much sympathy. "Honey," she said, "you use this cabin however you need to." I thanked her. Then I got to work. I decorated, put candles everywhere, made it look romantic, just like David probably planned. Then I waited. Around 6 p.m., I heard a car pull up. I looked out the window. It was David and Sarah. They were laughing, holding hands. She looked so happy. My heart hurt. Not because I loved him anymore, but because I'd wasted 5 years on someone who could do this. I watched them walk to the door. Heard David say, "Close your eyes. I have a surprise." Sarah giggled, closed her eyes. David opened the door, and there I was, standing in the middle of the cabin, in my red dress, with candles lit all around me. "Surprise," I said. David's face went white, completely white, like he'd seen a ghost. Sarah opened her eyes, looked confused. "Who is this?" "I'm Jessica," I said, smiling. "David's wife." The room went silent. Sarah looked at David, then at me, then back at David. "Wife?" she whispered. David couldn't speak. His mouth was open, but nothing came out. "Yeah," I continued, walking closer. "Wife. We've been married for 5 years, together for 7. I pack his lunch every day. I know he hates mushrooms. I know he sleeps on his left side. I know everything about him." Sarah's eyes filled with tears. "David, is this true?" He finally found his voice. "Jessica, I can explain." "Oh, I don't need an explanation," I cut him off. "I have all the explanation I need." I pulled out my phone, showed them the screenshots, the texts, the plans, everything. "You see, David, you made a mistake. You left your laptop open, and I saw your little surprise for Sarah, so I decided to become Sarah. For 2 weeks I've been texting you, pretending to be her, and you had no idea." Sarah made a sound, like a sob. She looked at her phone, started scrolling. Her hands were shaking. "Those texts," she whispered. "Those weren't from me." "Nope," I said. "They were from me, your boyfriend's wife." David tried to step toward me. "Jessica, please, let's talk about this." I held up my hand. "We're done talking, David. We've been done. You just didn't know it yet." Then I turned to Sarah. She was crying now, full tears. "Sarah," I said, softer. I'm sorry you got caught up in this. I'm sorry he lied to you too. Because he did lie to you. You didn't know he was married. I can tell." She shook her head, couldn't speak. "He's a liar," I continued. "He lies to everyone. He lied to you about being single. He lied to me about working late. He lies because that's who he is." I walked to the table, picked up a manila envelope, handed it to David. "These are divorce papers. I've already signed them. My lawyer will be in touch. I'm taking half of everything, the house, the savings, all of it. And before you try to fight me, know that I have evidence of everything. Every text, every lie, every plan you made to leave me." David's hands were shaking as he took the envelope. "Also," I added, "your boss knows, your coworkers know, your mother knows, everyone knows what you did. I made sure of that." His face went from white to red. "You told my mother?" "Of course I did. She called you a disgrace, by the way. Said she didn't raise you to be this kind of man." That hit him. I could see it. Sarah was still crying. She looked at David with so much hurt. "You said you loved me." "I do," David said desperately. "I do love you, Sarah." "No, you don't," I interrupted. "If he loved you, he wouldn't have lied. If he loved you, he would have left me months ago. If he loved you, he would have been honest from the start." I looked at Sarah directly. "He doesn't love you. He loves the idea of you, the excitement, the newness. But give it a few years. He'll do the same thing to you. Find another girl, make another plan, because that's who he is." Sarah wiped her tears, looked at David. "Is that true?" David didn't answer. Sarah grabbed her purse, started walking to the door. "Sarah, wait!" David reached for her. She yanked her arm away. "Don't touch me. Don't ever touch me again." She looked back at me. "I'm sorry, I really didn't know." "I know," I said. "Take care of yourself." She nodded. Then she left. Now it was just me and David. He looked broken, lost. "Jessica, please. I made a mistake, a huge mistake, but we can fix this. We can go to counseling. We can—" "No," I said firmly. "We can't, because I don't want to. I don't want to fix this. I don't want to fix us. There is no us anymore." "But I love you," he said, and he actually sounded like he meant it. "Maybe you do," I said, "in your own twisted way, but your love isn't enough. It's not what I deserve." I walked past him to the door, stopped, turned back. "You know what the worst part is, David? It's not that you cheated. It's not even that you planned to leave me. It's that you made me feel crazy. For months, I felt like something was wrong, like you were distant, like we were falling apart. And every time I brought it up, you told me I was imagining things. You made me doubt myself. You made me feel like I was the problem." Tears finally came to my eyes, but they weren't sad tears. They were angry tears. I wasted years taking care of you, supporting you, loving you. And this is what I get? A plan to leave me for someone else? A surprise for Sarah on her birthday? I wiped my tears, stood up straight. "Well, here's your surprise, David. I'm leaving you. I'm taking half of everything you own. I'm moving on with my life. And I'm going to be happy, really happy, happier than I ever was with you." He was crying now, too. "Jessica, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." "I know you are," I said. "You're sorry you got caught. You're sorry your plan fell apart, but you're not sorry for what you did. Not really." I opened the door. The cold October air hit my face. It felt good, felt like freedom. "Goodbye, David. I hope Sarah was worth it." Then I walked out. I got in my car, started driving, and for the first time in months, I felt light. My phone rang. It was Maria. "Well?" she asked. "How'd it go?" I smiled, a real smile. "It went perfect." "Good. Now get back here. We're celebrating." "Celebrating what?" "Your freedom, girl. Your freedom." That was 3 months ago. Today I'm sitting in my new apartment. It's small, but it's mine. All mine. The divorce is almost final. David tried to fight it at first, but his lawyer told him he didn't have a case. Not with all the evidence I had. I got the house, sold it immediately, took the money and started over. I'm still a nurse, still doing 12-hour shifts, but now I come home to my own space, my own peace, my own life. I went on a date last week, just one, with a guy named Marcus. He's a teacher, he was nice, made me laugh. We're going out again next Saturday. I don't know if it'll turn into anything, but that's okay. I'm not rushing, I'm just living. Sarah reached out to me last month, sent me a message on social media, said she was sorry again, said she left David that same night and never looked back, said she went to therapy to work through the trust issues he caused. I wrote back, told her I was proud of her, told her she deserved better. We're not friends, but we're not enemies either. We're just two women who got hurt by the same man, and we both survived. David tried to contact me a few times, sent emails, left voicemails, even showed up at the hospital once. I blocked him, told security to keep him away. Haven't heard from him since. I heard through mutual friends that he's struggling, lost his job, moved back in with his mother, still single. Part of me feels bad, but only a small part. The bigger part? The bigger part knows he got exactly what he deserved. I think about that day a lot. The day I opened his laptop. The day I saw "Surprise for Sarah." That moment could have destroyed me, could have broken me completely, but it didn't. Instead, it woke me up. It showed me that I'm stronger than I thought, that I don't need a man who lies, that I don't need to settle for someone who doesn't see my worth. I spent 5 years trying to be the perfect wife, trying to make David happy, trying to make us work. But you can't make something work when only one person is trying. Now I'm trying for myself, working on myself, building a life I'm proud of. And you know what? It feels amazing. Some nights I still get sad, still think about what could have been, still wonder if things would be different if I'd just talked to him earlier, if I'd seen the signs sooner. But then I remember that it wasn't my job to fix him. It wasn't my job to make him stay. It wasn't my job to compete with Sarah or anyone else. My only job is to take care of myself, to love myself, to choose myself. And that's exactly what I did. Last week I was at the grocery store, just doing normal stuff, buying food, living life, and I ran into someone, literally bumped into them. It was Sarah. We both froze, stared at each other. Then she smiled, a small, sad smile. "Hey," she said. "Hey," I said back. We stood there for a second, not sure what to say. "How are you?" she finally asked. "I'm good," I said, and I meant it. "Really good. How about you?" "I'm okay. Better, still working on it." I nodded. "That's good. That's really good." Another pause. "Jessica," she said quietly, "thank you." "For what?" "For showing me the truth, for saving me from wasting more time with him, for being strong when I couldn't be." My eyes got watery. "You were strong too. You walked away." "Because of you," she said, "because you showed me what strength looks like." We hugged, right there in the cereal aisle. Two women who'd been hurt by the same man. Two women who chose themselves. When we pulled away, she wiped her eyes. "I should go." "Yeah, me too." She started to walk away, then turned back. "Hey, Jessica." "Yeah?" "I hope you find someone who deserves you. Someone who sees how amazing you are." I smiled. "I already did." She looked confused. "You did?" "Yeah," I said. "Me, I found me." She laughed, a real laugh, then nodded. "That's the best person to find. It really is." We said goodbye, went our separate ways, and as I walked through that store, pushing my cart, picking out food for my dinner, I felt something I hadn't felt in years, complete, not because of a man, not because of a relationship, not because of anyone else, just because of me. So, yeah. I opened his laptop and saw, "Surprise for Sarah," but my name is Jessica, so I became Sarah. I played his game, I caught him in his own trap, and then I became Jessica again, the real Jessica, the strong Jessica, the Jessica who doesn't need a lying husband to feel whole. That's my story. And honestly, it's my favorite story to tell. Because it's not about David. It's not about Sarah. It's not about betrayal or cheating or revenge. It's about me, about choosing myself, about walking away from something that wasn't serving me. It's about becoming the woman I was always meant to be. And that woman, she's pretty incredible. She's a survivor, a fighter, a queen who got her comeback. And she's never looking back. If you like this story, please like and subscribe. Drop a comment telling me what you would have done in Jessica's situation. Would you have confronted him immediately? Or would you have played the long game like she did? Remember, you deserve someone who chooses you every single day, not someone who makes backup plans with someone else. Choose yourself. Always choose yourself. Until next time, queens, keep your crowns on.